Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Blur and today we're going to be taking a deep dive into the Reddit Iceberg. And just a quick warning, some of the stuff mentioned in this video is very disturbing, but if you're into that type of stuff, then all I really have to say is enjoy the video. So let's get into it. The Sky. r/teenagers. r/teenagers is a sub with over 2.6 million users, and as its name suggests, it's a place where teens go to post memes, talk, and ask questions. The posts over there are pretty innocent and lighthearted, and it's really just like any typical Reddit community. The reason that it's even on this list is because it's rather hated by the Reddit community due to its quote-unquote normie and cringy posts. r/ask Reddit. I'm sure that most of you already know what Ask Reddit is, but for those who don't, it's again pretty self-explanatory. People go there and ask each other random questions, and while most posts are fun and harmless, a lot of them are just plain weird and neckbeardy. People who had no sex education at all and had never seen the opposite sex special parts? How'd you know how sex worked, if you did at all? And which parts were supposed to go where? How did your first time go? Alright, I'm sorry, but you have to be like the biggest neckbeard to post something like this. Now moving on, we have the tip. r/shoplifting. r/shoplifting was a sub with over 35,000 people who would post tips and tricks and even images flexing stuff that they stole from stores, basically incriminating themselves online. The sub lasted an entire 8 years before being banned in late 2017. And yeah, I don't know why, but this one was just crazy to me. r/furry. The furry subreddit has over 250,000 members, and basically all it is furries posting their art and other weird shit like that. The sub is quite innocent though and doesn't really feature any NSFW content, unlike other furry subs that are out there. r/dreamgender. r/dreamgender is a satirical sub in which people discuss being dream sexual and dream gender based on the YouTuber Dream. But yeah, luckily this is satire because I wouldn't even be that surprised if it wasn't. Okay, so those were the pretty light-hearted ones, but now we're going to be moving on to the base of the iceberg. And this is where it gets kind of disturbing, kind of weird, and just creepy. So yeah, let's get into it. r/the red pill. Now upon entering this sub, you'll be greeted with a warning of shocking/highly offensive content, as the sub is quarantined. The sub basically describes itself as a place for men to discuss sexual strategies on how to seduce women. The posts are honestly just really sad and neckbeardy, and it overall feels like a place for lonely dudes to talk about sex. It's kind of similar to r/incel, which I'll discuss later. Some of the top posts on this sub include 3 ways to consciously manipulate women, how to succeed on Tinder, and how to get laid like a warlord. Yeah, you can just tell that everyone in this sub is a complete loser. r/50/50. 50/50 is a subreddit that acts as a sort of game. Each post is blurred until clicked, and the title gives 2 possible outcomes for what the image could be, usually with a bad outcome and a good one. The sub is filled with not safe for life content, mainly being injuries and dead animals. A lot of YouTubers, including PewDiePie, have made videos reacting to the subreddit. And to be honest, I didn't think it was too bad until I visited it myself, where I saw a video of mangled corpses lying on a highway after an accident. And I've seen a lot of disturbing things on the internet, but that one was really bad. r/find Boston bombers. This was a sub that was dedicated to tracking down the perpetrators of the 2013 Boston Marathon bombing, which killed 3 people. People would post theories and images to this sub trying to identify the terrorists, with one of their findings being 22-year-old Sunil Tripathi, who had went missing a month earlier. Reddit had virtually no evidence to prove that he was responsible, despite a full-on witch hunt being ignited, with Sunil's family being targeted and attacked until April 22nd, when authorities announced that they had found the perpetrators, whom had no involvement with Sunil at all. Sadly, only a day after this was discovered, Sunil's body was found in a river. Now that one was more sad than disturbing, and really just shows how dumb the internet can be sometimes. r/the Donald. The Donald was a sub based around former President Trump, which gained almost 800,000 members at the time it was around, and was extremely active throughout the 2016 and 2020 elections, with the former president himself even hosting an AMA there in June of 2016. The sub was quite controversial, being quarantined in 2019 due to threats of violence against police and public officials. The sub was banned a year later for frequent rule breaking, but is still active under its own website named patriots.win. Alrighty, so now we have the Abyss. r/watch people die. r/watch people die was a sub dedicated to uploading random videos of people dying in extremely tragic ways. From suicides to accidents to ISIS executions, the sub was very gruesome and not safe for life at all. The sub had amassed over 400,000 members at the time of its ban in March 2019, which was due to users sharing the video of the Christchurch mosque shooting, along with offensive jokes and comments, which Reddit viewed as glorifying violence. For an idea of how disturbing the content on the sub actually was, here are the titles of a few archive posts. 17-year-old kid being electrocuted to death. An 18-year-old from Moscow live streams his suicide. Guy spasms and dies after getting knocked out. So yeah, the sub was extremely disturbing, but it also just shows how much gore you can find on Reddit. r/incels. r/incels was a place where lonely men would discuss their lack of romantic success, rant about women not wanting them, and post sexist content. Many members of this community adhered to the black pill ideology, which was essentially just a hatred toward women. These types of members would post content advocating and defending rape, refer to women as femoids and sluts, and overall just act like total losers. Some notable black pill posts include reasons why women are the embodiment of evil, and proof that girls are nothing but trash that use men. On top of this, users that were deemed as too female friendly were banned from the sub. The sub was finally banned in late 2017 due to it inciting violence. r/narco footage. Narco footage is a community that is still around to this day, with over 120,000 members. The sub is dedicated to sharing videos related to South American drug cartels, with some of these being absolutely insane, ranging from hard drug usage to assassinations to extremely gory murders. It's honestly kind of interesting, but definitely not for the faint-hearted. These cartels are truly brutal. r/deepfakes. Now I'm sure that most of you watching this video already know what a deepfake is, but for those who don't, it's pretty much an AI generated video where someone's face is edited to do or say something that they aren't really doing. Or in the case with this sub, putting their face onto someone else's body in extreme detail. These videos are getting easier and easier to make, and even more realistic as technology advances. There are even apps such as Reface or Wombo.ai to make these type of videos. Now I'm sure you all know where this is going, but essentially r/deepfakes was a not safe for work sub in which users would share these videos, however with the celebrities placed into pornographic videos and images, usually depicting famous actors. Now obviously this is really messed up, and after a year of it being active, the sub was finally banned after mainstream media began to get involved with the topic, calling on Reddit to take action. It's honestly quite scary that this is even an issue. Like, technology is really getting to the point where random dudes on Reddit are able to put anyone they want in a porn video. Finally, we have the Dark Abyss with just 2 gruesome entries. Violent Acres. Now, unlike the other submissions on this iceberg, this one is a user, and this account holds some of the darkest and most disturbing content on the entire list. Violent Acres, also known as Michael Bruce, is a now 58-year-old man who in 2012 was responsible for creating multiple extremely disturbing subreddits, with the most notable one being Jailbait. Jailbait was a highly controversial and honestly just pedophilic subreddit, which posted sexually suggestive images of underage girls, but was allowed on Reddit as the content technically wasn't illegal. This guy is honestly disgusting, and to make it even worse, he created other subreddits such as Beating Women, Pics of Dead Puppies, Pics of Dead Kids, and a lot more. So yeah, this guy was really messed up. In 2012, Bruce was doxxed by a Gawker journalist known as Adrian Chen. This resulted in Bruce being attacked, called out, and even fired from his job, resulting in him deleting his Reddit account and completely disappearing from the internet. However, around a week later, CNN got into contact with Bruce, and he agreed to an interview with Anderson Cooper, in an attempt to clear his name. In the interview, he revealed that Reddit had sent him an award because of how much he contributed to the community. I'll leave a link to the interview in the description. Carl H. Carl H was a popular Reddit user who was very active throughout 2006 to 2013, and was known for his programming tutorials and helpful nature. He was respected throughout the community and made tutorials on YouTube which gained hundreds of thousands of views. However, he was hiding something from the public, something that was truly sickening. In late 2013, Carl was arrested along with his boyfriend, and the pair were charged with making CP videos of Carl's 9-year-old son, along with a list of many other disgusting pedo-related crimes. To make matters even worse, his son wasn't just abused, but locked up in his basement for a period of over 9 months. In November of 2014, Carl was found hanging in his jail cell, dying via apparent suicide. Yet, it's unknown whether that was the actual case. Either way, he's rotting in hell, and I just hope that his son is doing well. So anyways guys, that's gonna wrap up the video, but I find these iceberg charts really interesting, and this video was really fun to make, so if I get good feedback, I'll be making more of this type of content. And yeah, so drop a like if you enjoyed, and a sub would really be appreciated. See you in the next one.